Welcome to the Town of Montgomery Industrial Development Agency's meeting on December 9th, 2025. I'd like to call to order and note that we have a full quorum today. So happy December. The first motion of business is to approve the November 12th, 2025 meeting minutes. Any comments on them? If not, can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Excellent.
I'll second.
Second. Roll call. Jose? Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Myself, and I.
Aye.
George? Greg. All right. Motion's passed. Next thing we'll do is ask for any public comment on the items of the agenda today. There's none in the room. Anything that was written in?
No.
All right. So then we'll move on to the executive director's report.
Okay. Please hold. All right. Some key matters, updates. So our annual audit is scheduled to begin in January, in the week of the 26th. The audits reviewed the engagement letter this year and the scope of work at our committee meeting earlier before our board meeting. As we stated last month, we were approved for an ESD grant to do a feasibility study for the water and sewer feasibility study. I spoke with the ESD office. They granted us an extension to the end of the year for the board to make a decision, which we're going to review that today at on our agenda. So I will have sign-up sheets going forward to encourage board engagement and to have the board attend some events with me in the future. I spoke with Tom about it. I want to be open for you guys and encourage more engagement. So anything I can do, I encourage you guys to give me a call if you have any questions. And I will do a better job of communicating upcoming events so the board can attend. For the board vacancy that we have, Tom, George, and I interviewed 4 candidates for the open board seat. We've identified 2 finalists to recommend to the town to interview for possible appointment. We'll discuss this today in executive session at the end of the meeting. Project updates and business development. So I've been speaking with Choice Films, who's here today to present their IDA application to build a second film studio in the town. Additionally, we're going to be looking to host a roundtable discussion with them maybe later this month or in January to discuss how we can help support their expansion here. And I look to bring in the county and members from our board and members from the town as well to just partake in that discussion and see how we can assist them, because we do believe that this is an emerging industry here. They bring great paying jobs, and we would like to help them continue growing and investing in our town. Project Eagle. So as I reported last month, we submitted an RFI through the Orange County Partnership for a confidential U.S. aerospace and defense manufacturer looking at the 84 Logistics Center. The project would create approximately 150 jobs with wages starting at $37 an hour. At the partnership's annual event last week, I spoke with the project's broker, who confirmed there's a lot of interest in that site, and he requested a follow-up meeting with me to sit down and discuss. I also expect an announcement on the site selection by the end of this month. Prime Metal Corp. So I spoke with the owner, Peter Scrumpf, who presented to us in September. He informed us that he needs more time to finalize their project costs, and he intends to move forward with his IDA application at our January meeting. Some meetings and events this past month. So I partook in our monthly economic development roundtable with Orange County Partnership with countywide economic development leaders to share updates, strategies, and discuss workforce initiatives. I met with the partner at Cuddy Fetter, Ian Nichols. He's an attorney representing multiple Hudson Valley developers. He reached out to me to discuss how he can assist us, whether that's introducing us to his developers. I expressed to him that we are open for business for good economic development, and I will always be open to meeting with his developers to attract the right growth here in the town of Montgomery. I met with the president of Pure Land Hospitality to discuss interest in developing a hotel here in the town due to an urgent need with the growing film industry presence. Choices has expressed to me that they're fully booking out 3 hotels in Newburgh and in Dutchess County to house staff that's currently working in Montgomery, which is a missed opportunity here for the town. So we can help bring a hotel here to help support them. That'll bring more revenue here to the town as well. The president also shared to me that he has a direct line of communication with the Taiwanese semiconductor company that is exploring New York State investment opportunities. They showed interest in Orange County due to our proximity to Stewart International Airport, our quality of life here, and the expanding semiconductor ecosystem that's tied to Micron's major investment in upstate New York. So I connected their president to the Orange County Partnership to advance discussions and see how we can, get us, seat at that table with that company that's looking here and express our interest to bring that type of industry here as well. And then lastly, I attended the Leadership Orange 2.0 conference, which is an inaugural conference that Leadership Orange hosted at Mount St. Mary College. Sessions highlighted leadership in the era of AI, emotional intelligence, and sector-focused discussions on planning and infrastructure, arts, healthcare, education, and workforce development. The event provided strong regional insights and networking opportunities beneficial to our work. And that'll do it for my monthly report.
Excellent. Any questions or comments? I just want to call out Vincent. It's been an incredible year for us at the IDA. Lots of momentum being built. I think there's a lot of credit going to Vinny for that. As we look forward to 2026, I see a lot of potential and deals coming through that we're anticipating. Going through the interview process, George, I think you can attest to this. Yeah. How many different people said we see Vincent out there at all these events, right?
He's the leader.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate the effort and know it's going to pay off this coming year.
Thank you. I believe so as well. Thank you.
Now, if I can ask Matt, if you can go ahead with a financial report?
Yes, of course. Okay. Checkbook beginning balance from last report of $26,816.37. We have Patterns for Progress, $195. Norton and Torrey, $780. And the Town of Montgomery, third quarter, 2025, $21,182.65, leaving in our checkbook account balance of $4,658.72. Sailfish Escrow, we have $3,212 in it. Key Capture Energy, we have $1,480. City Winery, we have $580. The MMDA Municipal checkbook beginning balance of $257,648.06 with interest of $378.09. Transfer from account 2940 of 2,000 checking account balance of $256,026.15. Hudson Valley Country Club, $7,187. Our public fund bank card has card balance of $201. There was a transfer of the $2,000, giving us $2,201.98, and then a withdrawal on that from both from Google of $285.45 and $15.99, leaving us a checkbook account balance of $1,900.54. Altogether, our Orange Bank and Trust, $4,658.72. Sailfish Escrow, $3,212. Capture Energy Escrow of $1,480. City Winery of $580. Our Trust Money Market of $256,026.15. The Hudson Valley Country Club of $7,187, and our public fund card of $1,900, giving us a grand total of $275,044.41.
Excellent. Any questions?
I have a question.
Stacy?
What was the check for? For Town of Montgomery, Q3, 2025?
That was it's my wages to the town, reimbursement.
And you get paid quarterly, obviously.
No.
Well,
No,
we
well, you
we
get-
we reimburse quarterly
And that,
to
so
the town,
They
yes.
pay, and, right.
Yep. I do want to make one note on these financials that's not included was the new escrow account for Prime Metals that was opened in September. I reached out to Lori. She sent it to me. I just didn't get time to reprint it
reprint
out.
it? Okay.
But there's an extra account that's not on here. It's for $5,000. There's been no activity in that account as of yet.
Great. So, can I get a motion to adopt the financials with that adjustment?
I'll make the motion.
Greg, all right. Second, George. Jose?
Aye.
Stacy?
All right.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion's passed. All right, great. Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and welcome Choice Films. Thank you for showing up today. Appreciate it. Looking forward to learning about everything that you're doing and how your business is growing in Montgomery.
They do have a video presentation for us that we're trying to get set up right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming.
of course.
Seriously, this is good. Oh my God, sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying to wave that to you. Sorry.
Amber Cotter, our incredible assistant, to make sure we get everywhere situated. For those of you who have not seen 168 Bracken, I encourage you to pop down the road. We'd be happy to set up a tour for you. We're going to show you a little video that gives you kind of behind the scenes look at some of what goes on there. Also encourage you guys to come over to 112 Bracken, literally right next door. We've just renovated those offices, taken a lease on them, and we have our first big client, Amazon, for a very large movie starting in January, so you'll be seeing a lot of us. You can judge how much sleep we've had by how dirty my hair is. My family does. We can talk a lot about what we'd like to do after we watch the video. I'm just ripping until the video comes on.
No, no worries.
But basically, while we're waiting for this to come on, what has happened is we built 168 Bracken with our real estate partners, and the moment, literally, we hung the door, we were literally putting the doorknob on, our first client landed, and we've been at 100% capacity since. We have turned away 2 large projects because we didn't have enough space, and we are basically booked through the end of next year into 2027, and we have major productions from California trying to move here, and we don't have enough room for them. So instead of picking up and going to Dutchess County or to Ulster, where there are a couple of opportunities, we were like, let's expand. But as new business continues to grow, we have some financial challenges, and so that's why we are here. I didn't even know what the IDA was. So thank you. I wish we'd met you 2 years ago.
Well,
I'm so happy you're here now.
Very happy to have met you and to have attended that chamber breakfast that we got to meet at, so.
That's great. And we can talk a little bit more.
Oh.
I have a couple of.
Your mic is not on. Yeah, there's a switch.
The white button at the bottom. The white button at the bottom. This one?
Oh, hi, everyone. Okay. I do have an exhibit that, Kate, can you bring those up? We made 4 copies of each so we can kind of pass them out, because one of the things we want to talk about is jobs. The reason our industry is, I believe, thriving in the region is not only because of the tax credit that the governor's film office has given, which is 40% to start, up to 50% with a Production Plus program. So that's driving all of the jobs here from New Jersey, Connecticut, Georgia. We just picked up a job from Alabama. I feel real bad for them, but we stole it. Congratulations to all of us. What happens is each project has staffing, and you'll see these are the projects that Choice Films is producing right now. One is called Recap. It's a limited series. One is called Best Medicine. It's a TV show that premieres on Fox in January. And one is called Sunny. That's the Angelina Jolie movie that we pulled here from New Jersey. What I want you to notice is the front of the call sheet tells you where they are, what they're doing, what they're filming, what the scenes are, who's in it. But the important part is the back. That's all the union jobs that are created for each and every job. So as you're holding just 3 projects in your hand, I didn't bring the one for 4 Seasons, which is the Tina Fey show that's also in our stages right now on their 2nd season. Each project employs anywhere from 125 daily workers up to 400 per week, because there's a rolling staff that's offset. And every one of those jobs is union, and the wages range from, on the low side, on Recap, which is a low-budget series, $36 an hour up to $42 an hour. And on the majors, which is Best Medicine and Sunny, it's $56 to $98 an hour, and you're in overtime at 8 hours. So each employee walks with about $1,200 a day, plus pension and health. The only other thing I'll say about these jobs is that Best Medicine is about an 11-month hire status. Recap is 6 months. Sunny is 4 months. So each job is what I would call semi-permanent, so you'll see those numbers reflected in our application.
Right. I'd only just add that a lot of the work that happens there are from people who actually are from the area and have spent a lot of their careers sort of commuting into the city, which is where a lot of this work has happened. So a lot of people are already here, and I can't tell you how much appreciative they are to be able to be home and to stay home, to be able to work. It is a work from home situation for them personally. So, a lot of them is, and the base is just going to grow now. More people are moving, more people are seeing the benefits of filming here, and especially the people who are in the industry who already knew the benefits of living here.
That's great.
And in addition, the economic multiplier that is a production, you'll see all the people that are working there and all the bonuses that they get in addition to an hourly wage. They get pension, health, vacation, and they get per diem. Even though they live here, part of their union contract is that they get per diem. They get a housing allowance and a meal allowance, which is about another $140 a day on top of their salary. So we love that. But the local vendors that support these productions, everything from Taylor Carding to Prestige Cleaning to the 12, just on our show, the 12 caterers that come and cook for us every day that are locally based. The hotels, we have just on one show, about 114 rooms a week. And so times 3 shows or 4 shows, we're in the 1,000 rooms per week range. And we are spread all over the Hudson Valley. It would be amazing if we were able to be in Montgomery. Oh, yay. So here comes, this was actually made for the REDC. And so instead of showing you our very flashy sizzle reel, I thought let's show you the behind the scenes, which really is showing you the jobs. So thank you.
If this sounds good.
There's so much that we're going to talk to you about after this video presentation. We hope you see the amazing domino effect that having a high-tech soundstage is bringing to the region. High-paying union jobs, complete vendor support from local and regional offices. We have wonderful partnerships, and this is just the beginning.
Welcome to Choice Stages, a brand new state-of-the-art soundstage facility, a qualified production facility, located in Montgomery, New York, in the heart of the Mid-Hudson Valley's film-friendly region.
This new facility is comprised of 4 acoustically soundproof sound stages, with partial grid systems installed, 27 flex office spaces and dressing rooms, 2 cafeterias and 2 scenic construction shops, and multiple bay entry doors that support 4 separate film and television productions happening at the same time.
The monies, if we were awarded them, would be used for several things that help expand the infrastructure that already exists. For example, our upgrade with Central Hudson. We do not have enough power at this site, and we need a pretty massive expansion to be able to grow the business that we have been discussing.
This stage was built over the last year, and since opening in June of 2025, we are at 100% capacity, servicing 2 large majors television productions, one for Fox Entertainment Studios and one for NBC Universal.
This new facility has created an incredible opportunity in Orange County and the Mid-Hudson Valley region at large and has created over 420 high-paying union jobs on-site each and every day.
The Hudson Valley is a destination for film and television production, not only because of the incredible film incentive tax credit that our governor has put in place, but also because of the incredible, talented local crew base that lives right here. Our region also has a diverse opportunity for landscapes, for different types of film locations. And we have incredible infrastructure with highways and byways, as well as many wonderful hotels and lots of film-savvy vendors to support this growing industry.
Many award-winning projects have filmed in and around Orange County over the years. With the expansion of Choice Stages, we are excited to bring even more projects and economic opportunities to this region.
Phase 1 of our stages is now complete, and we are entering Phase 2, where we will continue the expansion.
For every office space, for every sound stage, we're talking hundreds of film professionals, union professionals, administrative professionals from local areas like Montgomery in Orange County. That would be an integral part of making our business run and be successful.
We look forward to your questions, and we thank you for your consideration of our project.
You guys are the best for even listening. Thank you.
It's incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So I'm hoping, can you just take a few minutes and talk to us about the new project, so the new build, the scale of it, the timeline associated with it, and any other challenges that you're anticipating?
Absolutely. I'll start, and if you want to just jump in. So we have architect plans drawn up and approved from a zoning perspective. Basically, in a perfect world, we would like to start construction as soon as we would be allowed, because we already have clients who want it July of next year, which is a challenge. I am very sanguine, and I like to think everything can happen, but that's a bit of a rush. So our goal is to go through the process in the appropriate way, but we would be ready with our partners who are construction builders to start as soon as the finance plan was approved. And it would be, do you want to talk about what it is? It's kind of a mirror of what we have, but you want to talk about a little bit of the differences, or?
I mean, the difference is, this one is a little more self-contained. This one has 3 stages, each of them at 10,000 square feet, with additional support space that keeps the whole production sustained. It also, there's a plan for more parking, so it's just more allowances for infrastructure. So this one is sort of, not that there were mistakes made on the first one, but this has allowed us to sort of, as we have in the stage, things that are sort of a little more optimum for the build. So it's still the same idea.
75,000 square feet, and the one thing that this would have is that we'd have multiple shop spaces. Right now, we have over 20,000 square feet at the Newburgh Mall because we ran out of space. That happens a lot in production. You think you have enough room, and then it's like gremlins, it just multiplies. So the goal would be to move everything close to the same backlot footprint, so that it helps our Teamsters in transportation. But so it'd be 2 cafeterias, 3 shops, 3 stages, and offices. I believe it was another 20 offices, similar to what we have in the current facility.
And when you guys think about future plans of growth, if there is any, I mean, what's your vision in the next 5, 10 years? Are you anticipating need for more land, more buildings, more?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would be really to continue to create and build a crew base, people that are from here, people who come here, and then all the support things that go along with it, like hotels and restaurants and vendors and places for them to go to after they work, just to keep this almost like a compound in some way. You know,
Bonded parking lot.
Yeah, bonded parking lot.
Do you
For
guys
real, there's a lot of money to be made in a bonded parking lot, even if the town owned it, because none exist here.
Can you speak on any workforce development initiatives you guys are doing now?
Yes. So we have received multiple grants over the last 3 years. Our program, Below the Line Boot Camp, you can look us up online, belowthelineBootcamp.com. We're also on Instagram. I love a visual story. That has been funded by not only a grant from the city of Newburgh, a workforce development block grant. We've received that grant 3 times. We've also received 2 workforce development grants from the EDA directly for Below the Line Boot Camp. One was $368,000, one was $250,000. We partnered with SUNY on a diversity program grant that was almost $400,000 last year. All of them have been completed, and we have trained over 400 people, and we've had about 36 of them join unions in the last year and a half.
Yeah, and just to be clear, that the program itself is designed to give anyone who has the will for it, anybody that has any interest for it, there's no educational requirement, there's no work experience requirement, anybody that has any interest locally in film to come take a class and get actually put, and to be paid, to be put on set. And the grant has allowed us to give them a stipend to go to the class. The grant allows us to pay them to be on set, and then from there we just mentor anybody to keep them into the sort of group in a way to build their experience, in a way to build a crew base, but it really is a hands-on sort of workforce development program.
And a lot of them actually end up working for our productions, and for productions we recommend them to, and or for us. Kate is a graduate of the program that was Below the Line Boot Camp, and then she rolled into the SUNY diversity program as well.
Do you see a pathway of a partnership with the Valley Central School District to
We
start
would
even younger?
love that. We would love that, because I feel that the younger people are, the longer range of career growth they could have, and it would be a wonderful feeder system. We did something similar with Newburgh Free Academy and had great success with that. So absolutely.
You want to talk about some of the stats that are coming from this project?
Yeah, so I was just looking at your numbers here. So you claim you're going to create 800 jobs. Originally you said more, but we talked about scaling it back just to.
Yeah.
It's better to overachieve. I don't want you guys to.
Yeah.
I mean, 800 jobs is an incredible feat, if that's the reality. And your annual job range, salary range, is 100,000 to 125,000 per union job. I did a draft cost-benefit analysis to show the impact over the life of the incentives that you guys would receive if approved. And it shows a cost-benefit ratio of 1,074 to 1. That's an extraordinarily high ratio in a positive way. Just with the salary numbers over the 10-year pilot that you guys are applying for, it shows a local benefit to the town of Montgomery and the state of $1.6 billion over 10 years. That's with your operation, salaries, supply chain, the indirect jobs that would be created. It's an incredible number. Yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, entertainment is one of those things where it feels like the circus coming to town in a way, but
Yeah.
you look at one of these shows, and the regional spend is over $80 million for one show. So even a small show could spend, 10 to 15 million. But something that has repeat staffing hires like the
Yeah.
TV series, which are the favorite things to get, the economic multiplier is real.
So
Yeah.
can you just to clarify to our board how your employment process works now, like what is the time, because they're semi-full-time or part,
Yeah.
how we have to put it, because it's not a typical, with the film industry, it's not a typical 9-to-5 job.
Right.
So,
Right.
like you said, your employees may work under production for 5-6 months,
Mm-hmm.
and they make a year's salary within that time range? which is-
Correct. So the film industry is a gig economy, much like other entertainment jobs. Every project that we do sets up a single-purpose venture, an SPV, an entity that is either a corp or an LLC that becomes the employer of record for that project. For example, the TV series Best Medicine, produced by Choice Films, is actually produced by Dock in a Box Corp. That is the payroll person. You would see their checks come from Dock in a Box Corp. Dock in a Box Corp is owned 100% by Choice Films. The reason we do that is because every union signatory status changes for every project. So even though the production company could be the same for multiple projects, the employer of record would be different. So the goal for us, we did 7 features last year plus 2 series. We had multiple people work for us all year long, but they worked temporarily for every project, versus someone like Kate or our stage managers who work directly for Choice Films and work year-round. The salary wage, from everybody from like a Teamster driver to the construction grip, their hourly wage is so high because they are not expected to work all year round. So they need to earn a certain amount and earn healthcare qualifying hours, right? So our healthcare plans, basically every 400 hours of work, you get 6 months of healthcare. And so it's important that people have rolling jobs so that they continue to have that support and not drop off.
You spoke on, with growth, comes financial challenges to help expand.
Yeah.
Do you see this project advancing if the IDA weren't able to grant the?
At this time, no, I do not. Because our overhead to get the first facility was so large, we have bills that we need to focus on there. So all of our profit from the first project really is paying off the debt of the first project. Oh, and there's Jim. Yes. So it is a bit of, the state of New York has given the entertainment industry an incredible opportunity. And the Hudson Valley, I don't know if you guys know about the tax credits in New York. They're very, very enticing. But New York City, for example, gets a 30% credit. Just because we're above Putnam Valley North, we get an extra 10%. So it's automatically 40%. That here.
That you get.
No, that anybody who produces in the Hudson Valley gets. Now, Choice Films gets an extra 10% because we're what's called a Production Plus company. It means we've produced $100 million or more this year. So we get 50%. So that's why we're so busy, because people like to partner with, they follow the money,
So
right?
what does that tax credit cover? Does that cover
So it
property
is.
taxes or?
No, so the tax credit, it's amazing. If you have a $100 million project and you're getting the 50% Production Plus credit, you get 50% back on all your labor, all your expenditures, on everything except legal fees, music licensing fees, and what we call turnover costs, anything that would be moving the production from Los Angeles to here. But every dollar spent in this region gets a 50% credit. So at the end of the year, you've been a good production and you've spent the money correctly and you're audited by the state, you could get $48 to $50 million back in cash.
Does the site that you're on now, the proposed site that you want to build, that's gone through the planning board process? It's already
Correct.
shovel-ready and approved?
Yeah.
You have
Correct.
the environmental review and everything for it?
Correct. And they've also, some of the environmental, what are those things called? The things that back up so that the water runs correctly? Berms? I don't know. I learned this word and I clearly need to relearn my life. There's
We'll go with
something
berms.
there that helps the rainwater go to the right place, and we have done that. Okay,
berms
berms.
the right word?
Berms, yeah. I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's what yeah, we've done that. So it is, what does it call it? When you're ready to put a shovel in? It's
Shovel
there.
ready.
It's
Shovel ready.
there it is. You guys, it's too easy. It's shovel ready.
Does the board have any further
Yes.
questions?
Yeah, anybody have questions? Yeah.
The people that you're employing now,
Mm-hmm.
they go through, which union is it? Is it all of them? Or-
There's 9 different unions in film and television. Like 52 is grip, electric, construction and sound, scenic and set dressing. 600 is camera, 700 is editors,
817 are the Teamsters.
the Teamsters. Yeah.
So the majority of the people, because I know you're based here, sometimes you're filming, I know you're down at the Cornwall Yacht Club.
Mhm.
I've seen you guys down there.
Yeah, all next week.
So are they, if you do it, do you leave it the way, are you going to leave it like a little village?
So they're going to let us leave about 70% of it.
Yeah, it's all specific to what
Season 2.
they want. Some of them want to keep some things up, some of them would rather we revert some stuff back. So it's sort of a negotiation between what they prefer and what they don't.
The coffee shack and the sheriff's station are staying. Yeah,
We
they're
put
cool.
a gazebo up in one yacht club, not in Cornwall, and they didn't want it, so we're taking it back. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
The people that are going off-site, or the people that you're hiring through the unions, how many of them actually live in this area?
Oh, the majority.
A lot of them, yeah.
The majority. I would say our local crew base is about 500 deep for across all the unions. And on Best Medicine, I would say about 80 of our hires are true locals, and the rest are coming from Manhattan or Jersey.
Like in Orange County and.
Correct.
Orange County,
Some of them all the way up to, Saugerties.
Some Dutchess, yeah.
One of our people lives so far north that, you know, on a late night, we'll do a courtesy hotel just because we don't want them driving after, 12 hours at night. Sometimes I'd like a courtesy hotel too. Yeah.
I was curious, I was just asking somebody that was on the set, I ran into somebody that was on the set of The Four Seasons. Used to be Timothy's driver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what he does now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was talking to him, and I asked him, like, what really was the draw here, and he was saying about the tax incentive.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Yeah, the tax incentive is pretty fantastic.
it's literally, there was a Variety article that came out that said the Mid-Hudson Valley is the #1 film destination in the country, which I was like, can we print that bigger, please?
When
But
does
it
the
really
sentence
is.
expire?
That's what I was thinking.
Right now, 2032.
2032? Okay, good.
Yep, so that's the current sunset, but hopefully they'll just keep renewing
And
it.
if they don't?
And if they don't, we will cry long and hard. No, it would be devastating.
I think it changes economically some of the kinds of projects that would come here. Doesn't really take away from filming here. People will still come here to film. People will still come to New York to make movies in New
Yeah.
York. New York's still a special place. This
Right.
really just gave it the kind of incentive that people who would not normally come here are now really thinking about it.
Now
I mean, we're
everyone's
pulling
considering
jobs
it.
from LA. We're pulling a lot of West Coast jobs here.
Yeah, well, we would like to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And, me personally,
Yeah.
I want to be an avenue for you guys to keep growing here.
We would love
So
that.
anything that I can do to help.
And how
push
fun
that
is it that
forward.
Angelina Jolie is here instead of Georgia, you guys?
Yeah,
That's the tax credit. I'd like to say it was us too, but it's just tax credit.
Was it?
This tax credit.
Sure, so the question I have for you guys is, how did you guys learn about us?
Google search.
Vincent, no, you mean about the IDA?
Oh, about the IDA or?
About the ADA?
Oh, gosh.
Vincent.
Vince called.
100%. I think he actually called me 4 times and said, why aren't you applying?
4 times, huh?
I think it was.
Yeah.
And I finally said, I don't even have the time to breathe, but let's talk about it. And then we had a meeting, and then you sent me the application, and then I read it and got a little nervous because it was I just didn't understand some of it. Sat with us for 2 hours, went
Yeah.
through page by page, and it helped us understand that it was really, really something that helps drive business.
I also
So
want to
that's
commend,
basically- I'm
oh, sorry, go ahead.
So that's basically how you learn about us, and I tell you what, I know this is probably a logistical challenge for you guys, but, in that line, I wanted to say, thank you for choosing us.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I think that you guys, and I know there's a lot of turnover and stuff like that, you have made the right decision.
Yeah, thank you.
And what I'd like to add to that is that, I haven't said, I just want to plant a little sand there. But
Yeah.
Orange County Airport, it's just right there. So
Yes.
logistically speaking, you guys have made the right choice. This is the
Yes.
place, and it's a sleepy town. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of land here, so.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm telling you, that is your guy to basically pick his brains because the opportunity is endless.
It's so exciting, and we feel so welcomed. Sometimes the film industry can feel,
So I just want to welcome
thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
the other thing that I like about you guys also that you're using the school district too. So that's pretty important, to us that, you are grabbing those folks and willing to teach them and bring them
Yeah.
up to the ranks. That's huge.
We're so-
For our area.
I came up, I'll just speak for myself, and Summer can speak on this as well. When I came up, the business seemed very much like a closed door, and it was very hard to get involved with, and it was very difficult to figure out not only how to get in the door, but actually find your way and bring yourself up, unless you had some specific pathway figured out for yourselves. And so once we got to a place where we could sort of affect some sort of a difference, we said, let's just open the door. Let's bring people in. Let's let this be something that's interactive. We've had people come who had no idea or aspirations to be in the film industry, had no idea what role they wanted to play in it, came in with sort of a partial, maybe I want to be in camera because everyone has a phone on their camera. So they go, I'll be in camera, right? Or a camera on their phone. And so they go, I'll do that. And then they come in here and their eyes open up, and we've got people that have done that. They're in the art department, that are script supervisors. It's quite remarkable how that happens. And so. And normally you don't get that opportunity, so we made a point to really try to open that door and keep that door open and try to be a business partner that's actually not just grafted onto a town, that we're actually interactive, that we can somehow, how can we help? How can we be a part of this so that the town can be as much of helping us grow, you know, and vice versa? So
Yeah. Well, and it's,
I mean, that's awesome, that's amicable too, and, you know, Vincent is your guy because he's got many avenues.
Great.
You guys can go down these avenues and explore to make us bigger.
I love it.
Great.
I think that I wanted to ask you is my final question. I'm not going to limit my comments here, but are you guys reaching out to the veterans?
there's actually a program called Vets to Sets that we have worked with a couple of times, and it has been very, very good. We found it worked because their transferable skills are things that elevate what happens on set because they're logistics-minded, they're technology-minded. We have a veteran, an Army veteran, who's training as one of our stage managers now because he's been doing security. But he has so many problem-solving ideas, and it was one of the ways we found him was through Vets to Sets.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Greg, George, Eileen?
Where are you originally out of? Where were you based, where did the company, where?
So Choice Films started in 2002 in New Jersey because we worked in Manhattan. And I can't believe it. We moved to the Hudson Valley, officially moved in 2018. We did our first project here in 2015. So about a decade. Oh my gosh, time flies.
So your home office is right down here?
It's in Newburgh.
Right now, it's in Newburgh.
But our office as of January is going to be right next door in 112.
How many full-time office staff do you, I imagine they're non-union jobs, like in-house?
So like for like clerical and things, about 12, I think, right now. 12, not counting, janitorial. This would be like front of house office staff, a couple of key accountants, a couple of assistants. Yeah. Most of our people that work for us at the more managerial level probably work for us about 6 months out of the year, but then they jump on our jobs because they're also union. So, for example, our bookkeeper and accountants, we have 4. They worked for us for Choice Films on our payroll about 6 months last year, and they have been on 2 of these jobs, so they're crazy.
What's your competition? Are you finding other people are starting to come up this way as well?
I mean, there's a lot of work that comes here, but we haven't, we have yet to see a production company base here.
Yeah.
There's one that's very interested in coming. They keep asking, do we have offices we can share with them? And I'm like, sure, 112 Bracken, let's go. Because the more the merrier. It's,
I think competition is good.
yeah. Competition is good.
I have just one final question. So this meeting is live streamed, so while we might not have an audience, there
Yeah.
are people that watch at home.
Sure.
Because of the scope of employment that you guys need, and that this is an emerging industry here that, 5-10 years ago wasn't a thought process for many people. For people at home that might be thinking about making a career change.
Sure.
Now that this is here, how do you recommend someone who's looking to change careers and get involved in film? What would
Yeah,
you recommend for
well,
them?
there's a very easy way they can go. Yeah, I was going to say, you can go right on our website. There's a tab that says Work With Us, where you can upload a resume and list any of your interests and skills. We've had multiple people change careers. Somebody who worked in retail is now in accounting for us. Someone who worked in the healthcare industry became a COVID compliance officer for us, is now a stage manager. So just because you don't have quote-unquote film experience doesn't mean you don't have an applicable skill for the industry. And every production that comes to town likes to hire people who, what I call fixers. They basically know where to go to eat and what to do here. And they become almost like assistants to the producers.
Yeah.
And those roles must be local because otherwise they're fish out of water. We try to plug as many holes as we can. But yeah, anybody who's interested could do that. And if you're, really, really young and don't have any quote-unquote applicable skills yet, you're a perfect candidate for the boot camp.
Well, I promised the board I'm not looking to jump ship and join the promotion. But
We
thank you
have
for that.
great
No,
snacks. We
I
have
think it's-
great snacks.
I think it's important for the public to know that it's not out of reach for anybody, so thank you.
Exactly.
Anyone
It's a
can,
good thought, but we're not going to.
So I'm gonna bring this to a close on this section here and let you good folks get back to work.
thank
Oh my
you.
God,
Sounds like
Jim, thank you.
You pulled a lot of different
Thanks,
directions.
Jim.
If there aren't any
Jim.
final questions on this, I want to put forth the resolution for, the inducement resolution for this project. which will allow us to move forward in scheduling a public hearing for the next meeting and take all the necessary steps for formal consideration, correct?
So what do we need, a motion?
So I just want to make sure everyone has the resolution in front of them. If you have the opportunity, skim through it. If not,
Well, I gotta just say that this might be one of the best things I've ever seen coming from. I've been on this board for a long time, and this might, hands down, is one of the best things I've ever seen. So I proudly would like to make the motion.
motion, all right. Matt, you get that honor. Can I
I'll
get a
second that motion.
second, Jose? I'm going to do a roll call. Jose?
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I myself said aye. Aye. George? Aye. All right.
Welcome.
Thank you guys so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you for
Of
stalking
course,
me.
thank you. I'll be in touch with you guys right after the meeting.
Really
let you
appreciate
know
it.
what's going to
Thank
happen,
you.
next steps.
Thank you,
and
thank
go
you,
from there.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, yay.
I also would just like to take a minute to publicly thank Rudy. Rudy was vital in, making this happen today. He met with us and met with Choice Films, and we were able to, it was crunch time, and we were able to get their application all fixed and in front of us today. So thanks, Rudy, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so going to move on to the annual policy review and discussion. So Vincent sent around a link to all of the digital assets to allow us to review them prior to this. I don't know if anyone has any questions or recommendations on the policies that were provided. If not, we could accept them in form for continuation, or do you have recommendations?
Yeah,
or
so
changes?
as we've done in the past, we review the policies, discuss any adjustments or considerations, and then we bring forth our annual housekeeping resolution at January's meeting, which finalizes our policies for the year. So, if no one has any adjustments, I think we could just move forward with it, but if anyone has questions, anything they would like to see changed.
At this point, I personally feel confident we spend a decent amount of time this year going through and reviewing those policies, updating where necessary. And we're also nimble, so if something comes up in the middle of the year, we've shown the capability to adjust as necessary, which may be warranted again next year. Fair? Awesome.
I just want to reiterate, you went to details to make sure there's no holes in it, so that later on it can not come back and bite us. So it's appreciated, because it's a tedious task to get that, resolved and done in the way that it was done, so it's appreciated.
Excellent, thank you. All right, the next item for us is adopt the board meeting schedule for 2026. If I have this correct, it's still the same format as this year, but no exceptions, right?
No exceptions. None of the meetings fell on any federal holidays, so we didn't have to change anything. It's going to continue to be the second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. here at Town Hall.
We've had relatively strong attendance at this time frame, so it feels like it's working and maybe easier than other times in the days. Agreed? Excellent. So we want to adopt the schedule then? If I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second? All right. Jose?
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
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 George and Greg are the same. Passed. All right, the other business that's highlighted here today is Vincent started out with a reference to this, the New York State ESD grant, and he had some further conversation with ESD. Is it ESDC or?
ESD,
ESD.
Empire State Development.
No longer court. I used to be proud of this. Anyway, so we had confirmation and conversation with them that they did extend us the opportunity till the end of this month to accept the grant that was applied to us, and the fact that we would not have to commit to utilizing it within the next
5 years.
5 years.
So I know that a big concern on the board was, our financials, and that we're not in the place to spend $50,000 right now. That's not to say I'm still going to explore partnerships with the town or the county to help assist with that. But my question with the ESD, so we can consider this, was what is the time frame that we need to do this project if we accept the grant? Do we have to do it within a year or 2 years? And they said there's no set time frame needed to do the project. They said they would like to see it within 2 years, really no later than 5 years, but as it is at the state level, there is no deadline for, the time that we have to use the money. If there ever comes a time where we decide that we don't want to do the project, we could return the grant, and there should be no issue. But like I said, we have minimum up till 5 years to be in a place to do this project. I don't see it taking that long. I think we're, as Tom said earlier, I think '26 is going to be a good year for us. I think our financials are going to be in a much better place where we can, maybe look to go forward in '27 or end of '26. But as of right now, there is no timeline. And I think that, something we should consider accepting. I think extending water and sewer services along 17 could help us. I think it could help the film industry. Now that they're on 17K and looking to expand, I would love to, future plan to make 17K like the film corridor for Montgomery. And I think that this can help us with that, but that's where we're at right now.
What would we be accepted to that?
So we would accept the state's incentive, which is a $50,000 grant to us, up to $50,000. So if the feasibility study costs us $100,000, they're going to give us $50,000 back.
And when will we have to put up the 100,000 for the feasibility study?
When we use it.
Whenever we decide to do the project.
If
That's
we
not nowhere in the near future.
There's no set
And
time
it's our
requirement.
choice
It's our choice, yeah.
as
So
a
if
board.
approved today, it's just basically a piece of paper that's hanging out, waiting for
It's,
us
yeah.
to pull it.
The state's saying they're going to allocate $50,000 for the Montgomery IDA.
Our biggest
For-
risk or exposure is if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
Potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Potential.
Giving you up to 5 years.
More, I mean, like I
Could
said,
be more.
there could be more. There's no set
But if they
time.
go through
I
budget cuts, they
misunderstood it. I
could.
apologize.
And we can't pull the plug without coming back to this table and saying, let's do it, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
And there's nothing we actually have to approve to accept the grant, right? They don't need a resolution from the board.
No, they just need it signed. I think it just needs to be signed and.
So do we need a resolution for him to sign that?
You
It
should
is
have a
a-
resolution among yourselves, and then just.
Yeah,
signature on.
Resolution to accept the grant.
All right, do you have the language for the resolution?
You gotta draw
Do we,
the line.
do we have to, can we do it verbally?
A written resolution, it could just be an oral motion.
Is it a motion or a resolution, though? There's a difference.
An oral motion where you take a roll call vote will suffice for Vinnie to sign this contract.
So if I could take an oral motion. We'll take an oral motion for Vinnie to sign the contract to accept the grant and engage with ESD in regards to the grants, the projects that were engaged, but not actually commence with any projects until such time it comes back to the board for approval. Can I get a motion?
Sure, I'll make that motion.
Excellent. Second. All right. Jose?
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Aye.
Yeah, Greg?
Aye.
All right, pass. Sign that, baby. All right, any other business that you want to cover?
Nope, just, we said we were gonna go in quick executive session to discuss the interviews, and that'll be,
So before we do that, I just want to take a moment to reflect on something Vinnie said in the beginning. He spent some time with George and myself the other day, and we really got to better understand that there could be more opportunities for us to lean in supporting Vincent and the IDA and what's going on. He understands that side of it for like his obligations on that side, which is making sure there's enough line of sight into potential engagements, events, whatever it could be. But then there's this other part of it, it's up to us to make sure that we commit. We'll come up with some recommendations. Maybe it's a set number of engagements we'd like each individual to try to make on an annual basis, just to, again, promote the business of the IDA and obviously be a partner in crime with a positive crime with Vincent. So that'll be forthcoming in the new year. All right? And so if I can get a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make the motion.
Excellent, Stacy.
I'll second it.
Jose, second, roll call.
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, it's across the board aye. We'll come back to close out the meeting.
meeting for us is January 13th, 2026, at 1 p.m. Without any other business anyone want to bring up? Good. All right, then I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Second?
Second.
All right, roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.